Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now January 2nd of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2, a lot of fans have been very curious about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and others hopping on board behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the biggest deal out of The Mandalorian is that Jon Favreau really turned things around for the franchise. He really gave fans hope about what's to come for this new Star Wars universe that's going to make up dozens of Star Wars projects in the near future. They're already working on over a dozen projects as we speak. You know, just a couple of weeks ago, we got the first batch of announcements of TV shows and other projects out there for Disney+, and next year, a lot of that is going to come into fruition. You know, the Kenobi TV series is coming out in 2022, and we've got other TV shows coming out in that year as well. Now, this year, more announcements are going to be on the way, most likely around quarter 3 or 4 of this year, and that's going to be also another great thing to look forward to when it comes to Star Wars. However, what's really exciting all has to do with actress Daisy Ridley and the concept of Rey Kenobi and exactly what it means for Star Wars fans. Now, Daisy Ridley, as you all know, completely quit from Star Wars. There's actually a Rise of Skywalker sequel series that's in the early development phase that's going to be in animated form. They're pushing for a 2023 release on Disney+. That's going to follow the events of Episode 9, and Daisy really wanted nothing to do with that. She wanted nothing to do with returning as Rey and just left. So, what's really intriguing, of course, is that with The Mandalorian Season 2 now finished, Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new Star Wars projects for their universe. It's explained that recently actress Daisy Ridley took part in an interview where she was able to discuss the original plans for Rey's lineage in the Rise of Skywalker film, or the concept of Rey Kenobi. Daisy Ridley went on to reveal that the Rey Kenobi concept was an original idea from director J.J. Abrams that Kathleen Kennedy eventually went against and believed that the Rey Kenobi lineage would not bring in many people into the theaters multiple times. Daisy Ridley goes on to unveil that the Rey Kenobi concept was going to give Rey a far different design in the original cut of the film, and of course than what fans received, that JJ even planned for Rey to build a completely different lightsaber in that alternate cut of Episode 9. Daisy also unveils that the Rey Kenobi concept by JJ didn't make the cut and did not finish filming because Kathleen Kennedy and others felt that it was too obvious to make Rey a Kenobi, and that they wanted to do something more unique and unexpected for the fans to witness around the world. So let's stop right there for 1 second. Now, the Rey Kenobi concept, we have talked about this before in the past. They went back and forth so many times between Rey Nobody, Rey Skywalker, Rey Palpatine, Rey Kenobi, back and forth. And it was a really big mess, and that's one of the big reasons as to why Rey's lineage was so confusing to the cast and the crew, and why a lot of the cast and the crew were very much out of the loop on exactly who Rey really was. You know, in the beginning, Daisy Ridley knew, right from the start in The Force Awakens, of what JJ was aiming for. A lot of those plans actually changed for Rey Kenobi. So, the thing about Rey Kenobi is that she was going to have a far different design as a character, with a brand new lightsaber, a different outfit, if you will, as well, for that version of the movie. The thing that gets me the most, though, is the main reason as to why Kathleen Kennedy wanted to shift away from the Rey Kenobi concept is because Kennedy believed that the Rey Kenobi idea was far too obvious for the fans to figure out, given that you do in fact hear Kenobi's voice talking to Rey in The Force Awakens. So, they stuck with that Rey Skywalker format. That, to me, I believe, was a little too original, and not in a good way. It seems like that they were trying so hard to be original by making her both a Palpatine and a Skywalker. And it just did not work. A lot of fans were very angry over that. A lot of fans were not in support of that idea, and I get that. I'm one of them. I really did not like the idea of Rey just calling herself a Skywalker, where in reality, I think that what the fans wanted was for her to either be Rey's, or should I say be Luke's daughter, or connected to the Skywalker bloodline, such as with the Solos. you know, being the daughter of Leia, which would make her Luke's niece. They could have done something as simple as that, and I think it would have worked better for the character of Rey, to be quite honest. That's just my take on things. So, lastly, one thing that I think a lot of fans need to know that's very important is that the Rey Kenobi concept was also an original idea by Colin Trevorrow before he moved on to the Rey Solana sequence. So he went from, you know, using the Rey Kenobi concept to Rey Solana, and then J.J. Abrams wanted to pick up on Colin's original Kenobi idea in his version of Episode 9, of course. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.